Hey, what's up? It's Mark with a wonderful client success story. Listen to this. This client walks through my door and she tells me, the more healthy I try to get, the worse I feel. Let that sink in for a second. Because you know yourself that eating healthy and doing a positive, healthy lifestyle for some is a very big challenge. Now imagine if that challenge is not giving you the success you're looking for. What are you going to do? You're going to quit. You're not going to be motivated. You're going to recognize that you're probably going to have to keep on those 12 or 15 pounds that you have stored that you want to get rid of, but you just don't feel good when you try to get it off. Doesn't make any sense, does it? There has to be a problem, and this client had a problem. This client got to the perspective where she was limiting so many different foods, and still her belly was giving her grief. So she felt trapped. She felt backed into a corner. She felt like she was just at this point where it's like, what do I do to feel better? Something is clearly broken. And the answer was sitting in front of us all along. It just takes a trained eye to see it. So for her, she had two major issues. She had a little bit on the constipation side. So she basically wasn't moving her bowel every day or multiple times per day to kind of let the bowel freely move, to kind of let the bugs get a chance to get out of the body. That's number one. And number two, she had an imbalance of a growth of bacteria inside of her belly that were causing this fermentation of food inside of her system. So in reality, it might not have been the breakfast that caused her grief, but what's sitting in there from supper the night before last was causing her grief still. That's why she felt bloated in the morning, and why she couldn't kind of context, what did I eat that's making me feel bloated? It was the whole package, because again, unfortunately, her bowel wasn't moving every day to kind of have that nice clean slate we're looking for to start the next day of proper digestion. So what we did with her was very simple. We controlled her diet to the point where we said, let's stop eliminating everything, because everything's clearly not a problem. But there are these things that are going to be more problematic for creating bloat. Let's knock those out first. And second, we gave her two supplements, one to help her move her bowel, and the second one to help clear out any of the imbalanced bacteria living inside of her belly. A week in, she feels wicked. Literally wicked. Writes me and says, what are you doing, you magician? It's unreal. Well, it's not me. It's just doing the right stuff for your body. And after we follow up for a month, then 2 months, we find ourselves at the point where I don't need to see her anymore. She's, I think, at that point where she lost 12 or 14 pounds, really without trying. She understands the limitations that she has on her foods. She understands that she can eat the things that make her bloated and gassy, but just not a lot of them. So she can't have a couple of those things in the same day. That's winning. So she's not following a crazy restrictive lifestyle, but she's now identified what things in her routine make her feel worse, and she's limiting those things in how much of that she's consuming, and she's feeling awesome. Super awesome client success story. I'm so happy to see the results that this woman had. She worked so hard for so long with no results. It's just so rewarding to look back and say something so simple as turning a couple of little dials, a couple of little tweaks, set this woman free, and now she's feeling like an absolute rock star. Good on you, girl. Happy to work with you, and I'm glad you're feeling well. And if you have any troubles that you're struggling with, let me know. Let's see what I can do to help. See ya.